Hello and welcome back to the Forgotten City. Last time we went out into the city, we actually encountered an assassin who attacked us, which then caused the city to fall down. So we now have to figure out how to stop that. Maybe we can just tell Sentius and he will arrest him, which I doubt will be the solution, right? That assassin was also looking for someone specific, so maybe that will be something.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
We had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life. Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
Does he have anything else to say right now? Don't seem like
all right. See you around.
No. I'm still in the phase of kind of wanting to explore the city as much as possible. Honestly, there are so many things that I want to check out. But now that we have like a pretty concrete sinner, right? Because that guy did cause things to collapse. I wonder if we can.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Talk to Sentius, arrest him, whatever. I guess another option would be taking different dialogue options with the assassin.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Akko and we had this conversation before.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here?
Correct.
I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened?
I couldn't stop it from being broken.
Ah, I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time.
One thing that I did
assume
notice
you sought me out again for a reason.
Is that clearly the assassin lied to us. He stated as much. And that part didn't break the golden rule. It was only once he attacked us. So there is that.
Ask then.
Do you have any suspects? Is this
Good. Now, was there
How
something...
do I tell him?
Thank
Maybe I
you.
have to talk to him again.
Ah, you've returned. Do you... Ask then.
Maybe with the suspects.
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long? What's needed?
How am I going to
Good.
tell him about
Now.
a suspect? Ah,
Of course. What is it?
there you go. I think I know who it is.
Yes?
We have all these options. It's the assassin who arrived in the city this morning.
What? An assassin? Mm-hmm. What are you talking about?
Apparently he was sent by Nero to assassinate someone in the city named Quintius.
Then what are you doing here talking to me? Why aren't you out there trying to stop him? You'd best go. Quickly. As magistrate, I hereby declare him an enemy of Rome and authorize his execution by your hand. Forthwith.
How would I execute him?
Any way you can. Despite my weapons ban, it's been my experience one can always find a weapon if one looks hard enough.
Won't that break the golden rule?
I don't believe so, no. It's not a crime to carry out the lawful order of a magistrate.
Don't you give him a fair try first? I mean, I doubt it, but...
So now you're an expert on Roman law, are you? Listen to me. We are cut off from the Empire down here, fending for ourselves on the brink of annihilation. If ever there was a time to dispense with legal procedure, it would be now. Think of it as an act of preemptive self-defense. Think of the lives you'll be saving.
This doesn't feel right to me.
Then perhaps you would prefer the feeling of being responsible for the deaths of everyone in this city. Now is not the time for cowardice in the guise of philosophical introspection. Now is the time for action. You have your order. Carry it out.
All right.
Thank you. Please act quickly before it's too late.
I mean, I can still potentially find a different way of handling that, but it's an option. It's an option. I don't think facing him again right now makes too much sense.
Of a degenerate mind.
But so let's explore the city a little bit more. I'm still in exploring mode. Let's talk to Horatius.
What is it, citizen?
What's your story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
We do have to get into the bathhouse somehow, though, because we wanted to talk to Aquita there about some of the plans. And also, something that happened was right before the whole bathhouse thing, the voices told us to not let that one woman go into that building, and then it collapsed. So somehow the voices try to help us, I think, maybe. How did you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
Sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Scintilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
So what can you tell me about the magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
You know a way out of here.
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
He's really into Seneca. Can I see the citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, let's see. We have Aurelia, Claudia, Decius. Demetrius, is that the one? The assassin wanted? I forgot his name. Fabia, Galerius, Georgius, Hannibal, Horatius, Kabash, Julia, Livia, Lucretia, Malleolus, Navia, Octavia, Rufius, Sentia, Sentilla, Sentius, Ulpius, Virgil. That's it. Okay. Take it. Thanks.
Of course.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like hundred-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Are you saying you're in favor of it?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers-in-arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war, the law
He's
falls
really
silent.
into philosophy and poetry. Our worlds are very different.
Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous.
Talk about
You
something
like?
else. Who are you going to vote for?
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See,
feeling
Domitius
as
has
well.
been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Can I help?
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Figure out a way how to make Malleolus drop out, okay? Can we talk about Sentilla?
What business is that of yours?
I'm looking for it.
A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better?
Sometimes fresh eyes help.
I suppose that's true.
You notice anything suspicious before she went missing?
Sentilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better,
Okay.
though, I suppose.
Ask residents of the villas for clues about Sentilla's disappearance, okay? I'm not
Fine.
sure if I want to agitate them.
All right. Please keep an eye out for anything that might lead us to Scintilla.
I will.
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
If you're trying to goad me into an argument, it won't work. I'm a stoic, remember?
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe?
Seemed
eh?
a little distracted there, so. Oh no, it's locked.
Scintilla's disappearance.
That's it. Blame
No.
everyone but yourself.
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl,
Oh, oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay, maybe no secret entrance here. I thought maybe, but it's not. Well, let's talk to Demetrius about Scintilla then. I don't know who Claudia is. I don't think we have met her.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day.
Do you know anything about Scintilla's disappearance?
Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me. And they keep coming back, if you know what I mean.
Yes, subtle, but I think I know what you mean.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Okay. There's so many things to do. I mean, priestess, yeah. That would be Equita, right? Need to find a way into the bathhouse somehow. There's one of the big ones, I think. But for that, I either need a weapon or need something to help me take care of that assassin dude. What I really enjoy about the game is that there are just so many things to explore. Like, I can think of 1,000 things that I want to do right now, so I try to focus on one thing at a time, while also properly exploring
Cerberus lifts his triple head
the town.
and
Let's
lets out
maybe
his
give it another-
threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They
We
follow
can
their
give it
trades,
another try talking to
imitating their previous
to Aurelia.
lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you? Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before, a certain learning and sophistication.
Okay, I tried that one, so maybe... Oh, stop it. Oh, please go on.
What was that? Some kind of joke? If it was, it wasn't funny. I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just
Okay.
forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
Oops. What's it? Do we know about her story?
Ugh, let
Oh,
it
yeah,
go.
right. She wouldn't tell us because...
All right.
Okay, we gotta try that another time. Try to talk to Livia again.
Cadmus, just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Can you tell me about the pattern you saw?
You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more. The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
haven't really looked too much into these. Bottle. A fermented fish sauce used as a condiment. Whoever lives here must love this stuff. Last time I was here, I haven't really looked into these. Cavalry helmet. An ancient Roman cavalry helmet with an enclosed face mask and plume. Because I wanted to first meet the people, so I kind of get a sense of what they're about first before I snoop around. Note from Kabash. We haven't met Kabash yet. That's very glowing. Kabash to Kabash. I told Keisha about the dreams I've been having, and she said it might help her divine their meaning if I wrote them down. Happened again last night. The man by the river was there, as always, his face shrouded in shadow from the peculiar Rem headdress. Once again, he introduced himself as Curti and told me he dragged me from the river. He seemed to smirk as he said his name, as if it meant something I could not understand. Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I heard it. I do not think I will sleep soundly again until I know. Who's Curti? Interesting. That might help us. That might be connected to the whole bathhouse thing, because when we talk to Aquita, like the whole Karen thing and like the smirking, that was a whole thing that we discussed. Rufius, incomplete note. Thus is your final warning, sinner. He is the one threatening Virgil. Okay. We haven't met Rufius, I think. Oh, we could have asked Fabia who's threatening.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always
Arena.
returns.
Archaeologist inside a small wooden model of an arena, possibly Verona arena. It was completed in the 1st century and is still used today. Virgil's chest, okay. So Virgil also lives here. Same area.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you
Did that
grasp
thing just move?
eludes you.
Oh, they freak me out so much. Surgical tools. Navia. Key to the chest and the shrine of Apollo. I'll take it. Oh, Nevia was the one who disappeared, right? Oh yeah, that thing definitely moved. Livia, the lady downstairs. Love that they just use it as a shelf. Lucretia. Herb rack. Wooden rack containing various dried herb substances. Fermented fish sauce. Okay. What else? A doll. Rudimentary doll. It looks like it has been well loved. Bed. A filthy, foul-smelling sleeping mat of someone living in poverty. Wonder who lives there.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue
Yeah,
the stone.
you did try to help me in some way. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Okay. A dice tower. A metal dice tower designed to stop people from cheating when rolling dice. Clearly, cheating must be a problem among Romans. Prometheus. Gladiator shield. Then we went down to the left last time, so let's go this way. sure where this leads. Old chest. Okay, bottle of wine. Money. These golden statues are just creepy. Like a labyrinth down here. The bloodless shadow wander without flesh or bone. Avid reader. Okay. Kind of scared me. Note from Livia. The place is called Accursed. Here Titius offers up his innards to be torn, stretched out over 9 fields. You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you. You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns. Ixion turns and follows after himself and flees, and the 49 lights who dare to plot the destruction of their cousins, their husbands, fetch again with incessant labor the water they have lost. So is she now staying here, or what is this? So many questions, so many questions. They seem to be fighting here. Interesting. It's always the female statues that whisper to us, right? These might be time if only they could support my weight. Oh, maybe this is the way out? That Lucretia was talking about? Eventually. Did I go here before? Oh, okay. I haven't gone this way. Okay, now we're above that area. Does this lead to the vines? No. Loaf of bread. I want to steal it. Wooden carving. A wood carving with a symbol of a fish carved into it. Looks like it might be religious in nature. Probably. Honestly, I don't know who that could belong to. This. Okay, this is. Yeah, we could see that from the beginning there. Another old chest, another 100 denarii. Oh. And he definitely moved his head. Great. Now 745 denarii. Quite a bit. Oh, we haven't been here. This must be the forum, right?
I need your help.
No. I need yours. Ulpius loves Scintilla, corrected to Ulpius killed Scintilla. Oh. Who's Ulpius? I don't think we've met him yet. Old Scroll. The Myth of the Golden Rule by Durotas the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respect to the gods responsible for the city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration, but here I must depart from custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching, deserving of our contempt. Seems like we can take it. Why not? Hello, lady. This is like, these statues just creep me out. The old chest. More money. Not saying no to that. Oh, that leads back to... Have we been in here? Oh, that one is locked. He's scared of the assassin. Dooley's knows I did not do it. Dooley. Well...
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? What's your story?
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
Oh, right, we heard about that. What did you do?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Did someone think you were going to steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking.
Is that all?
They said I did it more than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
A liar, Billy.
Yes. They said I have to live here now and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Okay. Magistrate Sentius to Duilius. I'm writing to you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior, writing from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitation, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cistern, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory. Okay.
What does it say?
It says they caught you trespassing several times and they locked you up to stop you from breaking the golden rule.
My treasure.
What treasure?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here.
Okay.
Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
If you give me the key, I can try to find out what it unlocks.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
Let me talk to the magistrate about getting you out of here.
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
Maybe I'll just break you out.
What about the rules? I don't want everyone to get in trouble because I was bad.
Maybe it's time we had a new magistrate.
Like Galerius. He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure.
Trying to persuade him.
Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
Okay. See what I can do. You know a way out of here.
You're going to let me out of here? Really?
I can try. Let me talk to the magistrate about getting out of here.
Galerius already tried that. Like,
Yeah, we
you,
already
Hannibal,
had that. What do you think about the golden rule?
Gold? You mean treasure?
Let's talk about your treasure.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. And he said,
we already had that.
he gave all I now know.
Okay, fair enough.
Bye bye.
Try to get him out of there somehow. Oh, hilarious. There you are.
I saw you slide down that rope before. Very impressive.
Thanks.
And strange, too, since that device you used is exactly the same as one I've been working on for weeks. There I was, thinking I'd invented it. Anyway, I'm sorry to ask, but is there any chance you'd be willing to do me a favor?
What do you need?
Well, I've been trying to get this rare flower from the rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the lake and made this pulley device, only I couldn't quite summon the nerve to use it. Do you think you could use the device again and try to get that flower for me?
Sure, why not?
Oh, thank you. It would help me a lot. There's no rush, just whenever you get a chance.
We read that he has written some love poems or something. See what I can do. Ever thought about running for magistrate
I've
yourself?
bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. And that's good enough for me.
Guess we have to
I
see.
suppose you're right.
Yes, I can't do
All right.
anything else
See you
about
around.
that. Okay.
Salve, Dooley. How are you doing today?
I'm sad. Am I going to die in here?
I don't think so, my friend. It's election day today. Perhaps our new magistrate will be kinder than Sentius and let you out.
I hope so. Galerius,
Poor guy.
what happens when you die?
You're not going to die anytime soon, Dooley.
Where does this lead?
When you die,
So this... Oh, this is just where we came from, right? Yeah. And we have the bathhouse there. Getting quite late here. Like, do I have to, like, drop down? Is that a thing I have to do? Oh, okay. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, so I have to time it right. Oh boy. Try that again. Have I been in here? Lady, can I please? It's not. Rude. Okay, even earlier. Jeez. I have to be really early with that. But I guess what this also teaches us is that we can use these zip lines not only to get from point A to B, but also to potentially reach areas that we aren't able to reach otherwise. Oh, that's... Nailed it. Alright. See if we can bring it to him.
Salve!
Hey. There you are.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
Is that the flower you wanted?
Brilliant! You did it! Well done! This is going to make her so happy. Equitia, I mean. Now I just have to figure out how to give it to her. What I really want to do is walk up to her, give her the flower, and confess I've been madly in love with her since the moment we met. But on the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that the consequences could be... terrible.
What's the worst that could happen?
You mean, aside from her execution? You see, Equitia is a Vestal priestess, meaning she's taken a vow of chastity, the breaking of which would be an extremely serious affront to the gods and a capital offense. Even if she was just suspected of being unchaste, it could lead to her execution. Unchaste Vestals get buried alive. Oh, and I'd get flogged to death for good measure. But at the same time, she's just so kind and graceful, and I feel so much love for her that if I don't tell her, it'll burn a hole in my chest. I don't know what to do. What do you think? What would you do?
It's a good question. You should tell her.
Now that I hear you say that out loud, I hear how crazy it is. I think maybe I need to be a bit more cautious. What I need is a go-between. Someone who can tell her how I feel and find out how she feels without risking her life.
I could do that.
What do you say? Do you think you could help me one more time?
All right.
Wonderful! Now, all I need you to do is give her the flower and tell her it's from a secret admirer. Tell her I'll keep my distance and that I just want her to know that she's loved.
Okay. That's sweet. I'll do it.
Thank you. Come back as quick as you can and tell me what she says.
Okay. Okay. Not execution, no. Secret admirer. Let's track this. So much going on. I can tell. Freaking me out. Equitia.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Someone wanted me to give you this flower.
Oh, how lovely. It just happens to be my favorite, too. Who do I have to thank for this?
I'm supposed to tell you it's from a secret admirer and that they'll keep their distance. They just want to know you're loved.
I see. So, it's from Galerius, then?
Okay. You know already?
Of course I do. I think everyone in the city knows. That man is a wonderful human being, and my favorite person in the world. But he is the least subtle secret admirer
Yeah, I can
you
see
can
that.
imagine. The way he looks at me with those puppy dog eyes. Plus, he's been trying for weeks to get his hands on this flower. He went to so much effort, too. Suspending that rope above the lake, inventing that pulley device all on his own. He'd just stand there each morning, looking at the flower, trying to summon the courage to seize it. Oh, my heart.
What should I tell him?
Tell that adorable oaf that my Vestal's vow of chastity ends once I turn 36. So if we ever make it out of here, and he doesn't mind waiting a few years,
Okay.
then tell him I love him too.
I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that.
I hope so.
Let's
See you
do
again
that
soon,
right
I
now.
hope.
Because that is lovely and we want to support the love. He's been walking around a lot. Well, up to me, figure it. Hey,
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
I delivered the flower.
Thanks. What did she say?
She knew it was from you. She asked me to tell you that once she turns 36, she's allowed to marry and that she loves you too.
Venus, that is the best news I've ever heard in my life. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You have no idea how happy you've made me. I wish there was something I could do to thank you properly, but I don't have much to offer you. All I can do is tell you where there's a secret stash of coins you might be interested in.
I'm listening.
In the rock tunnel near the stairs, there's a little doorway set into the rock. Inside, if you look carefully, you can see a chest. Unfortunately, one of those golden huntress statues is blocking the path, and I'm not game to move it. If you can figure out how to get past it, I reckon there might be a small fortune waiting for you. I hope that helps in some way.
Yes, maybe.
All right. See you around.
Not sure if it will help, actually, but... this is better than nothing. Is Virgil still here?
Salve.
Yeah. I want to talk to
A
him.
new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so
We had that conversation. So, so we
Nice
can't
to
talk
talk to
about
you.
the sinner thing now? Let me quickly see. Dying Grasp. Odysseus stall. Oh, from his stall. Oh, that's the Sylvian resin. Let's see. So we could do that. Pity in the bath. And then we have execution. Happen to ask residents of the villas for clues. Pandora's box. Figure out how to get into Malleola's villa. And a bow. And a way into the palace. We have been up there. There are a few things. Get to the key to the upper cistern. Sinner. Oh yeah, persuade Rufius to stop threatening Virgil. Okay, we haven't met Rufius yet. On the paw. The palace, there's that. Intruder. May need to get creative. Last time when he killed me, it actually popped up that I should use my flashlight that I completely forgot about, so yeah, I should do that.
Help! You have to do something! A man arrived in the baths, a real nasty sort, with his face all covered up, and he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
I'll get right to it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Don't go in there.
What? Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Okay, she's the baker. Okay. Hey, Fabia's live. Yeah, that's good. Well, this is a whole thing here too. Greek statue of a woman. A Greek statue probably of the goddess to whom this temple is dedicated. Perhaps a local Greek resident knows more about it. Oh, so maybe I can ask, I think, what was his name? Gorgias? It forgot that I can use my flashlight. Oh. 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 Greek vase. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. What are we... There are just so many things to find in this little town. A lyre. Is that like a hidden like little path or storage for Georgius? With all the Greek stuff? Maybe someone else. I don't know where this leads, but... Whoa. It's a guy. Geologist. Who are you?
Ah, a visitor. Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I'm Akko.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
Found this place by accident.
Then perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of this place. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Not yet.
You have much to learn. It's best if you figure it out on your own. Come back once you've made progress.
I really like you tell me.
Then you should speak with your contemporaries in the city above. Ask them about their stories and see if you detect a pattern of some sort. It is best if you come to this realization for yourself. You would never believe me if I told you.
Hey. Couldn't be any more mysterious. Okay. Does this all lead? Oh, nope. I don't think I'm gonna go down there. There's a door.
Ah, you've returned.
To the left. Pathed up. Locked door. Anything in the water here? You have the waterfall? Oh. Okay, so we have a weird stranger living underneath the city. Wanting to engage in some philosophical riddle.
You carry the gift of Prometheus in your hand. Remarkable.
Yeah. Okay, good to know. So he wants us... Okay, he has one of those plaques. So he wants us to figure out which god is responsible for the Golden Rule, and we haven't done that quite yet. Okay. Loading time? Well, I mean, that was a lucky find. Or maybe unlucky because it's now confusing me. But I do want to confront the stranger. Let's pull out our Prometheus light.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Yeah, doesn't matter what I say, you're going to try to kill me anyway.
You're right, I am. I must be getting a reputation. I suppose I might as well get right to it then. Do you have any last words?
Do you?
As a matter of fact, I do. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I thought I may be able to stop him with a light, that might open up something new, but really didn't. Ouch. Missed me. Okay, I think we found out a bunch. I think we will end it here for today, but lots of things that we... See, again, there's again the tip to raise my flashlight, which I did, but how would that help there? I couldn't do it during the cutscene, so... Well, we'll figure something out. We did learn quite a bit, so all of that is quite interesting. Thank you all for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a like, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. It all helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. If you want to go above and beyond, you can check out the Patreon link down below, and I will be back with more The Forgotten City very soon. Until then, have a great time.